And here is the screen. Let's go. All right, so let me go back to my own screen just so I know where I'm at. So, welcome. Buenos dias. Good morning. First and foremost, I just want to acknowledge every single one of you for being here. Thank you so much for making it in. I intend that you guys all had an amazing weekend. And whatever you had to do, whatever wins you had, whatever wins you didn't have, however you ended up your weekend, whatever you did, congratulations for arriving. Congratulations for being here. The conversation I created for you guys today is about becoming the giant now. You guys probably saw me do a video about this. I did about a 60-second video. So I got a lot of good feedback. I had a lot of people reached out to me. So I'm going to be diving into how to become the giant now and what that means. So that's going to be the second part of this training today. The first part of this training, I'm going to go over a lot of stats. So I was requested by many of you that you wanted me to have national stats on what's going on with the market. So I did incorporate a lot of new stuff. So I'm super excited to share that information as well. So the first thing that I'm going to do, just like I kick off every meeting, I'm just going to go into affirmations and just follow along. At your home, wherever you're at, and this is the affirmation. So every day and every way, I'm getting better and better. Every day and every way, I'm getting stronger and stronger. Every day and every way, I'm getting smarter and smarter. All I need is within me now. All I need is within me now. I have perfect health. I sign a new listing today. I open a new escrow today. I was born to win. I will never surrender. I will always keep growing. I was born to be great. Today will be the best day of my life, no matter what. And I really mean no matter what, guys. You guys really have to decide that you guys want to have an amazing life. You guys got to decide that you want to become the giant. You guys got to decide that this is going to be your market. This is your market because you say so. Simply enough. That's it. Just because you say so. So our goal as a company is to serve 21,000 families, 10 billion in volume, and to grow an organization of 10,000 agents. I highly encourage all of you to read your goals every single day, twice a day, in the morning, in the evening. Make sure you guys do that because that's going to activate your reticular activating system and you're going to magnetize everything to yourself. You're going to get into situations, into conversations and things that you think that might not be serving your goal. And all of a sudden, somebody's going to come up like, hey, I want to sell my house. Hey, I want to buy an investment. You're going to get into dialogue and conversations here because you guys are setting up the intention. So the market, how is the market? So let me go into stats. So this is just first and foremost local market data. I am going to go into national market data here secondly, but this is what happened here in our 5 counties. I was looking at LA, Orange County, San Bernardino, Riverside, and San Diego. And for those of you that want to do something just like this, make sure to use your magical platform called the MLS. Everybody should have access to that already. But check this out, like the numbers, like I said, if you guys are in this training week by week, you guys are seeing the numbers. They're like pretty much the same consistently. We're about 2.8 to 3.2 billion a week. And that's exactly what just happened here in LA, Orange County, Riverside, San Bernardino, and San Diego. We have a pretty consistent amount of volume. Almost 1.4 billion in just Los Angeles in the last 7 days. So when you really start to look at the numbers, guys, I want you guys to look at the numbers and really decide how much you want to participate in this market, because that's a real question. The numbers, that's going to help you to empower your customers. Make sure you take a screenshot of this if you guys want to use this, but just do something local to your market and keep your clients up to date. So just on these 5 counties, we had 3.2 billion closed, 2,700 homes closed, $67 million in commissions were paid out in the last 7 days in just 5 counties. I mean, we got people in here in this room from all over the nation. So you could only imagine how much money is out there. All you got to do is find it, guys. So next thing I'm going to talk about is the foreclosures, right? And this is a national data, right? So I just want you guys to know clearly where we're at with foreclosures, right? Look at 2008, how many foreclosures we had in the first 6 months of the year. 1.3 million foreclosures, right? That's a lot of foreclosures, right? 2009, 1.5, 2010, 1.7, 2011, 1.2. Look at this, like over 500,000 foreclosures, for a couple of years. We're nowhere near that, guys. So I just want you guys to be clear that the market is stable. And in order for us to literally have a big downfall in our marketplace, we will literally need to add 2 to 3 to 4 million properties on the market. The chances of that happening are very slim, right? So I just want you guys to know exactly where we're at. We're right here, 186,000 foreclosures, right? Good number, but nowhere near right, where it was in the past, where it's going to cause an economic collapse. So also, series delinquencies are in a decline, right? So this is coming from Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae. So the percentage of mortgage loans that are 3 months late or more, right? Again, you could see that the numbers are very low. We have a trajectory going down. So again, because there's not any serious delinquencies, that also keeps me in mind that, hey, there's no foreclosures that are going to be coming in anytime soon. So also, just so you guys can compare, right, the market from November 2008 to just July, this is just last month, right? So 2008 foreclosure activity was at, like, this is what Bill McBride said. Foreclosure activity is already at record levels, yet as prices fall, foreclosure activity will probably continue to increase. The activity will be literally off the chart, right? This was what Bill said in 2008. And look what he just said here in July. There will not be a foreclosure crisis this time, right? This is the conversation that's being had in the marketplace. So again, I just want to reaffirm you guys and give you guys some powerful information just so you guys can have the data. This is another important stat as well, guys. 2023 year-end home prices forecast. So as you can see, this is what MBA, Fannie Mae, Morgan Stanley, AEI, Zillow, and CoreLogic, this is what their forecast was, right? This is what they said the market was going to do. And this is what the market is actually doing, right? So you can kind of see that everybody thought that we were going to go down in the market. But as you can see, we're kind of staying stable, and some other people are like, hey, no, we're actually going to be appreciating. We're going to be going up, right? So again, the narrative is changing, and the narrative. Guess who creates the narrative? All of us in here. We're the ones that are creating the narrative. We're the ones that are the advocates for the industry, right? So these are mortgage interest rate projections as well. If you guys kind of want to have an understanding with what's going to happen, and this is a really cool, slide to share with your customers if you want to kind of get them off the fence, right? The interest rates are going to be kind of stable. They're not going to shift a tremendous amount, right? So if you got somebody, hey, I'm going to wait until next year, show them this, right? Get them off the fence, right? It's like a very tiny difference, which will impact their payments, about $40 to $50. So you want to make sure that you have this stat, because this is going to help you to get clients to the finish line if you could show them information just like this. Also, talking to homeowners makes a difference. So by talking about the narrative, guys, 64.5% of potential sellers were more inclined to sell afterwards, right? After you guys went out and talked to customers and told them about the market and what's happening and educating them, guess what? Inventory is coming. So I want you guys to challenge every single one of you guys to think about this. The market and the industry, it's up to us. We are creating the market. So I want you guys to empower yourselves, number one, and empower your customers, number two, but reach out to everybody and give them this information. That's 65% of people that change their mindset about the marketplace once a professional like yourself reached out and had a conversation. So I just want you to know how powerful you are. Okay, existing home sales, right? So this is what we're looking at inventory, right? This is from 2014 all the way to 2023. So again, right, I've said this in the past, right? A healthy market, it's going to have between 5 and 6 million home sales, right? That's what a typical market looks like. And look where we're at, guys. We're way down here. So what does that mean? That prices are going to continue to go up. There's not enough inventory to sustain the demand. So no matter what the interest rates are doing, don't panic. Tell your customers that they got to get into the marketplace, because what happens when the interest rates drop, guys, this thing is going to get crazy. You guys are literally going to have to pay college tuitions. You guys are going to have to give away like everything just to get offers accepted. So right now you're in a very unique position where you're already starting to see some of that already, right? You're having to go above asking price, right? Some people told me they had a wave appraisal. Right, so right now you have like a little phase, right, when everybody thinks it's not good, that they shouldn't buy. Encourage your customers to go out there and buy right now. This is the time. This is the perfect storm for them, right? And this is what mortgage rates. Again, another graph that kind of shows where our mortgage rates are going. So Q4, right, will be around 5.9. Q1, 5.7, 5.5, 5.2, and Q3. So this is just like a projection of right where the interest rates are going. So this is also to show you guys the change of inventory across the nation. Check this out, guys, right? Like a lot of them are blue. So that means that there was a 0% to 15% gain and there was a negative 15% to 0%. And Nevada, Arizona, and these two little states here were like, I think it's New Jersey, I think it's, I don't even know which ones these are right here, but look, these two states right here, guys. So it's only like about 4 states that are actually being affected. So I just wanted you guys to see the actual stats of what's actually happening with inventory, right? Where it's increasing, where it's decreasing, right? So, you know, here a lot of us here in California, look, we had an increase of 6.1%, right? Texas had an increase of 6.7%. So that's what's happening to inventory. And also, again, this is what, you know, again, talking about inventory, guys, our inventory is low, right? So I don't have to tell you guys this again. I kind of just covered that in another one. Unemployment is also down, right? So this is also a good trend, right? Because a lot of people think, well, what about unemployment? Look at our unemployment. It's way down here, right? So it's not in a dangerous territory. So we're in a healthy spot. People have jobs. People, you know, there's some homes available, not as many as we would like it to. Interest rates are slightly higher. But again, I would rather you have somebody secure a property now. And again, right, we hear this all the time. Date the rate, right? Buy the home and date the rate, right? You're going to help them to refinance, you know, pretty soon after the interest rates change. So housing earnings rise 4.4% from last year. That means that more people are making more money, right? Which is really important to know. So more people in the marketplace are making money. There's less people without jobs. So again, guys, this is the perfect storm. So last week, now I'm going to change gears. Now I'll give you guys a bunch of stats. I hope you guys took screenshots of that. If you guys want the slideshow, by the way, just feel free to send a message to myself or Terry. I'll be more than happy to send you guys this out anytime. And also the recording will be posted into the Facebook group. So last week we talked about the most known wins, right? You got to be visible. You cannot be a secret agent in this market or any market by that chance. But especially right now, guys, you know, and this is another recap, right? As a real estate agent, you must be known. You cannot be a secret agent. You got to be loud. And you have to be a walking, talking billboard. People need to know that you're in the real estate business. I pick up business at the car wash. I pick up business at the barbershop. I pick up business at restaurants. I pick up business everywhere because people are like, hey, what's up? I saw your license plates, or I saw your hat, or I saw your shirt, right? You got to be a walking, talking billboard. How are people going to know you're in real estate? Either you tell them or you wear something that lets people know that you're in the business, or be like Steven Diaz, the rapper realtor, the realtor brand, right? I get so many people that hit me up about real estate, about that hat, by the way. So huge shout out to Steven Diaz for that. So what's next? What are we going to talk about this week? Well, I'm going to talk about awakening the giant within. That's what I'm going to talk about. Become the giant now, right? I want you guys to understand this concept, right? And I read this book. By the way, if you guys have not read this book by Tony Robbins, it's called Awaken the Giant Within. Interesting enough. But this book really outlines a framework of how to activate the giant within. And I'll tell you guys this, right? I've been in leadership now for about 7 years, guys. So I wanted to become this leader, right? I mean, we have over 2,000 agents in 29 different states, 8 countries. But at one point, six and a half to 7 years ago, guys, I was a real estate professional that was focusing on my business, doing over 100 transactions a year, but I knew in my heart and in my soul that I had this giant that could lead thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Guess what happened when I went out and told the world that I wanted to become a speaker and I wanted to become a coach, that I wanted to inspire people, that I wanted to have thousands of people under my leadership? A lot of people called me crazy. I'll be honest with you guys. A ton of people called me crazy. A ton of people doubted that I could do it. A ton of people, very well-meaning people, by the way, my friends, they told me this because, again, your friends care about you, but your friends, I want you guys to understand this. Your friends are listening to you based on who you've been. So the moment that you decide to become somebody bigger, the moment that you decide to awaken the giant, people won't understand that. So don't expect them to understand that. So my good friends, right, well-meaning friends, when I told them I wanted to do all of this, they were like, Leo, man, hermano, my brother, dude, like seriously, just stick to what you're good at, man. Like you're really good at selling real estate. You're really good at, transactions. Like, why are you going to mess this up and going into the speaking thing and making a difference for people? I'm like, because that's what my heart is telling me to do. Like, that's literally what my heart is telling me to do. I decided to do that, right? So look, I'm not saying you guys got to become like me. I want you to become you. Like that little whisper that it's giving you insights and it's giving you, and like it's like something within yourself. It's helping you stretch yourself, right? I'm gonna go ahead and spotlight myself here. But can you guys see me and the screen as well at the same time? You guys can see that, or can you guys just see the screen? Okay, cool, awesome. I just want to try that out. But I want you guys to think about what is giant, what giant is being born through you, right? It might be you finally deciding to become a listing agent. It might be you becoming a team leader, like and you running a sales team. It might be you building an organization. It might be you hiring your first assistant. It might be you being a great father, a great mother. It might be so many different things. Pick one for yourself. But I want you to have the courage to step in. So first step, how do you do that? Take control of your destiny. You have the power to control your life and create desired future by taking responsibility for your decisions and actions. That's the first step, by the way. You need to be responsible for who you are, right? And you need to decide who you are, and you need to not get upset when people don't understand, right? This is a big one, by the way. I get so many people like, well, that person doubted me. I'm like, what are you doing doubting somebody if they have no idea what you've done to get to where you've gotten to? And how do you expect other people to understand it? Show them with your actions. Show them with your results. Stop talking about what you're going to do. Become that person now, right? So another way to become, right, the giant within yourself is to set a clear goal. I want you to define it with clarity and specificity. I want you to, I said that word wrong, short-term and long-term goals, and give your life direction and purpose, right? I want you guys to set it clear. I want you guys to feel it. I want you guys to see it. I want you guys to smell it. What does that reality look like, right? You got to live that life right now, not later on, right? We also think that we need to become, like we need to have like the transactions, we need to have the team, we need to have this, we need to have that. And we think we need to wait until all of that stuff happens before we activate the leadership, before we activate the energy. But again, I've been around some amazing leaders, and I know these guys like that have thousands of people now under their leadership that have gone on and became billionaires, multimillionaires. What do? They were living that version of themselves since day one as a beginner. Not when they got to the destination. They were living that as a beginner. And that's what I want to challenge all of you to do. Like, what are you doing? Specify it, get clear about it, and live it now. Don't wait for the results to show up, because when the results show up, which may never happen, you got to match the energy first. When I got to this company, day number one, I saw who is the biggest leader that I can find. That was Brent Go for me. I said, I'm going to match that guy's energy. I'm going to match that guy's pace. I'm going to learn everything I can from him. And that's what you want to do. You guys want to find somebody that you can model and emulate, which is another one of the points. I'm kind of getting ahead of myself, but change your beliefs. Identify and challenge limiting beliefs that hold you back. Replace negative thought patterns with empowering beliefs to unleash your true potential, right? So it's all about your beliefs, right? Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right, okay? Whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. I rarely challenge anybody on what they tell me. I'm like, oh, you're right about that, because that's their internal belief. I could say something, but if that person is not ready to make a new decision about who they are, I'm going to sound crazy to them. So it all starts with your beliefs and your standards, right? Also, another big nugget, guys, to becoming the giant, master your emotions, emotional intelligence. If you are taken off guard, like if like somebody, tells you that you can't do it, if somebody hangs up on you, if somebody like gives you a negative comment on social media, if somebody doesn't like your video and you're emotionally bent out of shape about it and that takes you out, come on, you got to grow up. You got to master your emotions. You got to, again, find out that that's all part of the process. To become this version of myself, I have had many people that doubted me, that said negative things about me, but guess what? I don't care. I tune it out because I am a master of my emotions, right? My self-esteem. Also, self-esteem. I want you guys to be clear about this. Your self-esteem Nobody is giving you the self-esteem. It's called self-esteem. It doesn't mean that somebody else is creating your self-esteem. Okay, so I want you guys to take massive action, massive action, massive action. That's 100% what you guys got to do. So you guys got to be consistent with massive action. You guys can't be procrastinating on your dreams and your goals. Like, you can't put that on the sidelines. That's how you're going to decide, hey, am I really serious about my goals and dreams? And it will show up in your actions. That's the one way to do it. That's how you awaken the giant, by taking massive action. And what action should you take? The action that's right in front of you. Do it again and again and again and again. I know a lot of people are so analytical. They want to know every single part of the playbook. They want to know everything about what to do. But guess what? They're immobilized and they're not taking action. Just do it. Get out of your own way. Also, I talked about this briefly. Model success. Study successful individuals who have achieved what you aspire. Learn from their strategies, behaviors, and mindset to accelerate your growth. To accelerate your growth. I don't think there is a secret or a hack or a shortcut for success, but you better believe that I definitely think that there's an elevator for success. And guess what? This community is the elevator to that success. Every single one of you here that are collaborating, contributing, your leadership, how you show up, we're all learning from one another, right? So find somebody that is doing what you want to do and start to match that person's actions, habits, mindset, everything. Become a student. Develop your powerful habits. Develop powerful habits. Cultivate positive habits that align your goals. Small, consistent actions can lead to significant changes over time. One of the things, how I got better at speaking, was by reading out loud. Les Brown is the one that actually told me about that. I said, like, look, if you want to develop your speaking skills, well, why don't you just, instead of reading in your head, read out loud? So I took that little habit on. I started to read for 10 minutes out loud, exaggerated, extra energy every single day. And guess what? As I started to do that and started to get on more stages, which, by the way, felt so uncomfortable. Another thing, I'm getting on camera twice a day, every single day. I've done almost 600 videos since last November. You better believe that my speaking skills are being improved. Just as a fact for me taking massive action, right? I'm living this stuff every single day, guys. Use the power of physiology, right? Your body, right? How is your body, position? Are you hunched over? Are you like looking down? Or are you standing up straight? And are you literally telling the world louder with your own body how you're showing up, who you are, right? Because your body, your physiology is a representation of your confidence, of what you are about, right? If you step into a room like all slouched over like this, I probably won't get a lot of attention. They're going to be like, that person's negative. I'm staying away from that person, right? But if you're stepping into a room and you're like standing up straight and you're fully confident, now say, this is my room. This is my day. This is my year. I need to talk to you. You need to talk to me. You need to get to know me. Completely different, right? You demand attention. That's what you want to do. Create empowering rituals. Design daily rituals that help you to stay focused, motivated, and aligned with your goals. These rituals can set the tone for your day and reinforce positive behavior. Guys, every single day, I'm not saying, and I did this a video about this, I'm not saying you guys have to have a morning routine. A lot of people tell you, oh yeah, do a morning routine. I think you deserve it. I think you guys deserve an hour for yourself. Wouldn't you guys agree? Do you think you deserve an hour for yourself, to honor yourself first? Right? To spend some time to process your thoughts, to process your emotions, to process your vision, your goals, to reflect, right? Because too many people get stuck in the action, and they're not paying attention to what they're actually doing, or worse yet, they're not happy and they're not honoring their self and their space. So I highly recommend, guys, please devote an hour to yourself. You are the most important person in your life. Without you being good, without you being happy, without you being healthy, guess what? Nothing else works. Make sure that you do a ritual that's empowering for yourself. I'm not even telling you got to do a certain thing. Do whatever calls your heart. right? If you want to go on a walk, you want to walk your dog, you want to go out in nature, you want to go to the beach, you want to play some video games, I don't care, but do something that's nourishing your soul, right? Contribute and give back, right? You guys got to also be a contributor, guys. Like the secret of living is giving. The secret of living is giving. True fulfillment comes from contributing to others. Tony Robbins suggests that giving back to your community and making positive impact can enrich your life and amplify your sense of purpose, right? If you're ever worried about your finances, you're worried about transactions, you're worried about anything, guys, get out there and help somebody. Get out there and help somebody. I guarantee you that you will not stay in a negative state if you start to help another person, right? And it could just be as simple as, hey, Gabe, I know I got you on the video game, bro, let's get it, right? It could be as simple as like holding the door open for somebody at the store. It could be somebody like allowing somebody to merge into your lane on the freeway. It could be as simple as smiling at somebody. It could be as simple as saying, thank you for that. Thank you so much for your service. I really appreciate you. It could be somebody acknowledging somebody, guys. So contribute to people's lives. You don't need to go out there and become you don't need to have millions of dollars to contribute. You could become a contributor just by your sheer presence, your sheer beingness around other people, right? And the secret of success is learning, right? How to use pain and pleasure, right? This is actually a quote. This is not one of the points now. Now I'm going to switch it into a quote. I had this quote from Tony Robbins. The secret of success is learning how to use pain and pleasure. Instead of having pain and pleasure, use you. If you do that, you are in control of your life. If you don't, life controls you, right? Remember this quote, guys. Save this quote. But that is the secret of success. It's learning how to use your pain and pleasure, right? I understand this at a really high level. I know that, I want to look good and I want to avoid looking bad. So I publicly declare my goals all the time because I understand how to use pain and pleasure, right? So use it towards your advantage. Another great quote by Tony Robbins. The only way you're ever going to get to the other side of this journey is by suffering. You have to suffer in order to grow. Some people get it, some people don't. Okay, so if you're going through a struggle, if you're suffering, that means you're heading in the right way. If you're just comfortable, that means that you're not growing, you're not expanding, you're not challenging yourself. So if you're moving through something, make sure that you're not going through something, you are growing through something. Okay, so embrace the suffering, embrace the challenges, because I really think that's where the gold is really at. Right? I didn't become this version that you guys are watching on the screen by having it easy. I had a very difficult life. I still go through difficulties up until this day, but I don't let it define me. I don't let it stop me. And I know that life is constantly happening for me. So I want you guys to decide, what are you going to create today, right? What are you going to create on your week? How are you going to show up? How are you going to become that giant in the now? And EXP stock, I'm going to go ahead and share. We're at $19.35. So congratulations to all you shareholders. And remember this, everybody that's on board, you guys should have already met Terry. But make sure that if you guys have not talked to Terry about onboarding, or maybe you missed that step, or maybe you referred somebody to the company, I want you guys to connect. So congratulations to everybody that's here. And thank you, Terry, for everything you do for our organization. I really appreciate you. And also, guys, in addition to this training, I hope you guys are getting a bunch of value. Drop it in the chat. Are you guys getting value from this training today? Are you guys getting value? Drop it into the chat. Drop it into the chat. I want to see, are you guys getting value? Perfect. So, guys, I am amplifying everything. Every single day, we're getting better, guys. So I am amplifying all of our trainings, all the productivity, lead generation. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your feedback. So before I get into our special, I got a couple of people that are going to share. Remember this, guys. I want to see all of you at EXPCon. I want to see all of you. I dare every single one of you guys to show up. We got a lot of our community that's going to be speaking on these stages. And most importantly, I want you guys to get certified through this program called Revenos to get leads. If you guys want to get busier, you guys are going to be able to get certified on the spot at EXPCon. And it's coming up October 2nd to October 5th. We also have an amazing training, right? A lot of you guys know, obviously, our company is a global company. So Ms. Jazz Contreras is actually we're co-hosting this powerful event. You know, we're going to start it up on September 15th. It's how to take your business global, right? If you guys want to expand your business global and you guys want to understand what's happening in global, we're going to have Michael Valdez September 15th alongside with Joseph Trujillo and Jasmine, and we're going to talk about global and what's happening in our company. We're currently in 24 countries. All right, cool. So now we're going to talk to our preferred vendors, and first up is Mr. Neil Anders with Trusted Rate. Let me go ahead and take myself off of the screen. Mr. Neil Anders, are you in the house? Yes, sir. Let me go ahead and let me just stop sharing my stuff here. And let me go ahead and stop spotlighting. Yeah, and let me remove my spotlight. I'm going to go ahead and spotlight yourself, brother. Go for it. All right.